to my baby and me. Imagine a world where no music was playing. Then think of
they go through, but worrying about getting your car fixed right should not be one of them. Rest easy. Statesville Collision Center will take care of everything. They're a direct repair shop for major insurance carriers. They can tow your car to the shop, give you a free computerized estimate. Your car will be worked on by iCar certified technicians, and that means they have the up-to-date training for people working on your car. In fact, Statesville Collision Center has been voted for 3 years in a row the best collision repair shop in Statesville. Now, whether you have a car, a truck, an SUV, even a motorhome, Statesville Collision Center can get your vehicle fixed right. With state-of-the-art equipment, iCar certified technicians, your satisfaction is their highest priority. So call the repair center voted best. Statesville Collision Center, conveniently located 1 mile west of Davis Hospital off exit 154 on I-40 on the Wilson Park Road. Drive safe. Oh, it's Little Toe and Frankie.
The scent of LTNF. There's another one.
Oh, speaking of that, you said that, and I was like, uh-oh, because today is the first day I'm wearing my my pit paste, which is a all-natural deodorant my wife bought, and it's all natural, no aluminum, anything like that in there.
Are you making it?
Well, this is purchased.
No,
You didn't make this.
This purchased, so I got a little bit on my finger, rubbed it all into my armpit hair, and I was curious if somebody could smell me, but
I had lost my appetite.
Smelling, I was like, oh, maybe it's not working. It's only 9 o'clock. So, but I guess it's still working.
We could come up with our own scent, though, that might have like campfire and dirt and some other things that we could spray on.
Crayfish.
Right.
Catch a whiff of the Little Toe and Frankie Show, Wednesday nights at 8 on 550, 92.9 WAME.
What's up, fellow rednecks? Tune in on Friday at 7:15 for Kudzu's Corner, where y'all will get you some good culture and comedy on a wide variety of topics and issues of the world, all through the eyes of a redneck. That's Kudzu's Corner, Friday mornings at 7:15 on the Billy Buck Morning Show. And remember, keep it real, keep it redneck.
Real country, right now. 550, 92.9 WAME.
Little Toe and Frankie playing the tunes, off of Broad Street with a mic, a couple of brews. Little Toe and Frankie playing the tunes, 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. Where are you? All the people are outside. It's 92.9. Little Toe and Frankie playing the tunes.
All right, folks, you are tuned in to the Little Toe and Frankie Show, broadcasting live on WAME 92.9 FM 550 AM here in beautiful downtown Statesville. It's a beautiful Wednesday night. I'm looking at a beautiful co-host, which is not Little Toe since he's out of town. How are you, my love?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. So for those that aren't watching on Facebook Live and just listening, my wife, Jen, is joining me in Little Toe's absence. He was, where was he last week? Yellowstone. And then now he's at the coast.
He is doing vacay 2 weeks in a row.
It must be nice to be Little Toe. Welcome. Thank you for filling in once again.
Thank you for having me.
It's hot. I just squeezed in a little lawn mowing before we came up here.
I live with you. I saw that.
Quick rinse. And it made me think of it because I just saw that our good buddy David Ham has just tuned in and is watching on Facebook Live, and he coincidentally just fixed our mower. Now it's running like a top, and I bring this up all because it's important. As you get older, you got a guy that you got a car guy, you got a whatever guy. I now have a yard equipment repair guy, and his name is David Ham with Hamscapes.
I also have guys like for real estate.
Well,
stuff.
I know that's kind of I figured
Brittany
you would
and I
get
talk about that on our
right. You got an electrician guy, you got a power washing guy, you got a roofer, you got
We've become those people. We have guys.
Point being that if you need a yard equipment repair guy, Hamscapes, David Ham. He's also on the show. He's also on the show all the time. He's on the Friday show. He's on the show a lot, right, Josh? He's on all the time.
We have one of his koozies in rotation.
We probably do. Hamscapes.
Yep.
Be about it. Yeah. You got anything to say? Any news?
Oh, I don't think I have any news.
Did you have a nice day? I haven't seen you all day.
Yeah, it was a normal day. Normal
pool.
Wednesday.
You went to the pool this afternoon?
Took Stuart to the pool.
It was
with
a good
some
day
friends.
to go to the pool?
Yeah, it was.
And now you get to come in here and have a drink and enjoy a private concert with the Mood Kings.
All right.
Who have come to us from all over the state. And we're going to hang out with these guys for the next hour and a half and talk to them a lot and talk about their new album that just came out. But first, you guys ready to go ahead and play a tune for us?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go, the Mood Kings. What do you got coming up?
We're going to start out with a track actually you played in one of your shows for us not too long ago.
Sweet.
And that was pretty cool. We appreciate that. This is kind of the first song we recorded. This is Loretta.
All right.
Paint your eyes to hide the lies so no one knows. Lonely heart, a broken start, so gone cold. World's turning, you keep hurting, but share that smile. Here's a new one, another lost one, the new old style. Always outside looking in, it never works out your way. And I can see it in your eyes. One direction's all you know. When things get hard on you, oh, sweet Loretta. So you hold on tight, I wanna be a fighter, but still a slave. Will he miss me? A shot of whiskey to make you brave. Flip through pictures, read the scriptures, dry your tears. Your eyes wide open, here's to hope and rest all your fears. One dimension, black and white, it never works out your way. And I can see it in your eyes. One direction's all you know. When things get hard on you, oh, sweet Loretta, where you going to? Been down that road before, and it won't get you anywhere. Sweet Loretta, where you going to? The roads, they're all the same, and they will never bring you home. No, no. It's hard to stop all your crying, to find out just where you've been. We save all the improvising and find your way back again. Yeah. One dimension, black and white, it never works out that way. And I can see it in your eyes. One direction's all you know. And I can tell you got to go, but you have got to know. Sweet Loretta, where you going to? Been down that road before, and it won't get you anywhere. Sweet Loretta, where you going to? The roads, they're all the same, and it will never bring you home. Sweet Loretta, where you going to? Down that road before, and it won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, all right. The Mood Kings. That was a great tune.
Thanks, sir.
When did we play that previously? Who requested that? Was that when Jordan was on here? Jordan Middleton, or was that?
I think it was around that same time frame when Jordan was on here.
Right on.
I remember we got asked to pull together some songs, and I knew you guys were playing it. We sent a couple of the tracks in. The album hadn't even come out yet. And
sure.
Y'all grabbed Loretta and played it during one of the shows for us. So
and the new album is called
The Wonder of It All.
And it just came out on Friday, right?
It just came out on Friday, available everywhere.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're very excited. It's taken us a good 2 or 3 years to get it put together because, as you heard before the show started, we're kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
As far
So
as where we live.
so we've got in here, we've got Joey, we've got Herman, we've got Mark, and special guest tonight, Mike, on the Mando.
Yes.
Right on. And we were kind of talking about where everybody traveled from tonight. So really quickly, tell us where everybody's from.
Yeah, so hometown for all three of us in the Mood Kings is Lumberton, North Carolina. And over the course of our span of life, we've now careers and everything have taken us to different places. And Mark lives in Boone. I live in Charlotte. And Herman still lives in Lumberton. And Mike Haywood has come in to help us out, complete out the sound for us. And he lives in Charlotte as well, who I played for a couple years and decided to.
So from here, there, and everywhere tonight.
Yes.
So when you get together to practice, where do you meet?
Well, that's a fun story.
Do you guys do that like via FaceTime?
We it's kind of interesting. We grew up together. We were friends together growing up, and we played in bands together back in the 80s. The long hair, the spandex, the whole nine.
Sure.
And we come from that world, but we hadn't played together in a couple of decades at least. And we kind of reconnected like 3+ years ago. And out of that, getting together, songs started happening. It was right after Mark moved up to Boone, and we decided we wanted to keep getting together for that sort of thing. And so with the power of the internet, we would send little song ideas back and forth over the iPhone and sharing files and little bits and pieces. And when we felt like we had a song, 9 times out of 10, we drove up to Boone, sat up in the mountains, finished the song.
That's cool.
And as we started putting songs together, we reached out to our friend Chris Gargis in Old House Studio and said, we would like to come in and start recording. And that's kind of how it started.
Sure.
Yeah.
So musician, is this primarily for you guys a side gig?
It actually, there has been no expectations for this at all, and that's what's been the best part of it.
Yeah.
Is we put no pressure on ourselves for any of this, but we said we're going to write songs and record, and that was where the focus was.
Sure.
And over the course of time, with the distance, it's taken us a while, but the record's out, and we finally have the opportunity to come out and play some shows.
Well, man, you're doing something right. It sounds great.
Got some shows coming up. We want to talk about it later on, and opportunities like this. So thank you guys, Little Toe Frankie Show, for having us out and all you do in support of local music.
Hey, man, we're glad to have you, and we'll give a quick shout out to Shane. Because,
hey, Shane, I know you're watching.
She is watching. You guys got a bunch of people watching. Denise Katz, Riley Pitt. Danielle King, Lynn Wanson.
Hey, Lynn.
Kelly Townsend, Thomas Herzig.
Hey, guys.
So, there's all kinds of people watching
Thank you guys for tuning in with us.
on the interwebs, and no telling how many people are listening on the airwaves. But yeah, so Shane, we kind of met through Moses Jones, and then she set us up with Jordan Middleton, and she recommended you guys. So Shane usually does not steer us wrong. So
She's good people.
Now, is this your first studio album?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
So you literally have the exclusive right this moment. The album hit Friday. We don't have shows scheduled until July. So this is the first Mood Kings for anybody to hear. It's happening right now with you guys.
Well, thanks for sharing it with us.
Their first concert
here in Statesville.
That's
right on. You guys want to go ahead and play another tune for us?
Love to.
Cool.
And, just like everything, we share the songwriting, we share some singing, so Herman's going to do a little singing for you now.
Cool. Herman, what you got for us here?
The song's called 20 Years Gone, and it's
kind of feels like our story.
Yeah, could be. It
like,
could
man.
Be. It's not really a sad song, but it's just pointing out a situation of someone who's probably has a lot of regret.
Sure.
And wishes that things were different. So
that's not me, honey.
20 years gone. That's not us.
Sure.
We're good. We're exactly where we want to be.
We're exactly in the place we want to be.
Hey, man, absolutely.
Choices led to this right here. Right?
There you go, man. Good for y'all. All right, here we go. The Mood Kings.
Well, the hurricane came and everything changed. The water kept the rise and washed the little town away. every night she has the same old dream about a different time, a place that she's never been. You know what I mean. But too much time is gone and it won't be back. But it's flown and the world has broken your back. You look around and say that you're all alone. You look around and say 20 years gone. Now bless a little soul and pass the ammunition. You dream upon a star, but don't call it superstition, no. When all is said and done, there'll be more said than done. And everything inside will scream, stop everything and run, no, no. But it's easier said than done. But too much time is gone and it won't be back. But it's flown and the world has broken your back. You look around and say that you're all alone. You look around and say 20 years gone. 20 years gone. 20 years gone. 20 years gone. Did you stop to think about it, or did you think you'd never ever live without it? Live without it. Too much time is gone, but it won't be back. Your bird is flown and the world has broken your back. You look around and see that you're all alone. You look around and say 20 years gone. 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 She keeps on pushing, but there's nothing left to give. She's trying to live and live and live and live. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. And it's never coming back.
Yeah, all right.
That was so
The Mood
good.
Kings.
And this is
Another
on the,
great
This is
tune.
on the new album.
Yes, that one is
I
on the
assume
new album
everything
as well.
you're playing tonight is on the new
Everything
album,
you're
right?
going to hear tonight's all on the new record
Okay.
for everyone, so we're excited to share it with a new audience. And
Yeah.
again, thank you guys for having us on here to share that.
And it really is everywhere because I tuned it in on Spotify today.
That's right.
While I was at work.
Wonderful, yeah.
Well, background music. I was working hard, but it was
Hit
background
Friday,
music.
Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. And if you want to buy the CD, of course, we'll let you go out to themoodkings.com and everything you need's right there, man.
Right on. Excellent. Well, we'll talk about this several times throughout the night, but before we kind of get into let you guys take a break and hit the playlist up a little bit, tell us you said you had some shows coming up in July?
Yes. We have a lot of people to thank to get us to this point of making the record. And to do that, our first couple of shows are going to be in our hometowns and stuff. So July 13th, we have a private show in Boone, North Carolina. The following night, on the Saturday the 14th, another private show down in Lumberton. Hey to all our Lumberton friends.
Nice.
And we're excited to go see you guys. We got a lot of people Plan to
Is
show up
that
for
one private or is that public?
That one's private as well.
Okay.
The big public show is going to be in Charlotte on Sunday, July the 15th at the Evening Muse.
Yeah, great
I
venue.
know where that is.
And one of my favorite sounding rooms in all of Charlotte. And the Muse have been fantastic about supporting us. And we'll talk about more of this later, but we got some special things lined up for the show we want to share with you and the listeners as well today.
Awesome.
Well, we have lots of friends in Charlotte. In fact, our best friend in Charlotte is a Lumberton native, so we will tell him.
That's right.
And they love music, so hopefully he and his wife will make the
That's right.
trip to
That's right. Yeah,
That's right.
see?
They need to get
You
out
said
there
Sunday
and
the
get a ticket
15th.
and come see us.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. All right, so we're going to. So you guys helped us out with the playlist tonight, which makes my life a whole lot easier. You know, you guys, you sent me along. Everybody sent me a list of about 12 tunes.
Yes, a lot of songs, right?
And so I kind of went through and picked some stuff that I thought would fit with the show, and some that probably doesn't. But we don't listen to some of this stuff very often. But we do listen to Jason Isbell pretty often. And this Herman, this was your request. I think maybe Mark or Joey also had an Isbell request, but I picked Speed Trap Town.
Yeah.
Which is that Lumberton? Is that why you picked?
Man,
it definitely could be.
It's on the way to the beach, so I mean, it's,
Small town life.
You know, I recently got into him in the last 2 or 3 years, and this album that it came on, what was this called? Something More Than Free, right? And this song just grabbed me, and it just. His lyrics and just how stark it is, how it's just his voice and an acoustic guitar mostly, it just pulled me in. And with him, his gift with lyrics, you with subsequent listenings, he just develops these characters that put you right there. Yep. And so I just love this. I felt like I was living in whatever story that was. You know? So.
Did y'all see him at Merle Fest? Was it last year?
I think it was last year that he was there. That's the only time I've seen him.
No. I saw him at Ovens last year with.
And now he was.
Mark.
Didn't he used to be in Drive By?
Yeah. Drive By Truckers.
Yeah.
Truckers. Yep.
And his wife's a very good musician,
Amanda
also.
Shires,
yeah. She plays in Charlotte, I think, fairly often.
There's a festival in Charlotte in July as well that I think she's coming to town to play at. So yeah, she's great too. Her record's is fantastic also.
Well, we won't keep them waiting. This is Jason Isbell with Speed Trap Town. All right, Little Toe Frankie Show. We are back. That was Jason Isbell, Speed Trap Town. And let's see, what do we got coming up next? Next we have, this was a request from Mark.
Yeah.
And Charles Bradley.
Yeah, Charles, man, I don't know if you've seen the video on YouTube or not, or you can watch the video for this song, but it's just basically a close-up of his face singing the song.
Sure.
And pretty much every emotion that's in the book is in that video and on his face. And when I hear this song, just listening to it in the car, it makes me feel sad, it makes me feel happy, it makes me feel hopeful, it makes me feel despair, and it's everything in this song is there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, so I only discovered Charles Bradley, I didn't discover. Somebody told me about Charles Bradley just a few years ago.
Yeah, me too.
And kind of immediately fell in love with the guy. And his story is really cool. If you do any Charles Bradley research about, kind of how he started, and then he kind of was just stagnant for years, like worked in a restaurant or something, and then was sort of rediscovered. And, but unfortunately passed away not too long ago.
Right.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is a real bummer because, this guy exudes soul. I mean, he is like your quintessential soul singer.
Voice, yeah.
But now this song we were talking before the show is a Sabbath tune?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And so I'd never heard them do it. I first heard it.
Sabbath as
I
in
first
Black
heard.
Sabbath?
Yeah. See, and I first heard it. Buddy Miles used to sing it with Jimmy. That was the first time I heard it. And then when, like you say, when Charles Bradley did it, it kind of took it to a whole nother level of how you could feel about it too.
All due respect to Sabbath, I mean, this is the real deal,
Right. Right. Every once in a while, somebody,
yeah.
this is the way I feel about the band doing Atlantic City. I love the Boss, but when the band sang Atlantic City, I was kind of like, okay, that's how that song's supposed to sound. Well, anyway, here's Charles Bradley. This is Changes. All right, Little Toe and Frankie Show. We are back. That was Charles Bradley. Sweetie, do you like Charles Bradley?
I do, very much. I don't know him, I feel like, as well as you do, but I like his Pandora station.
There's still time.
Yeah.
You can get to know him.
He's great.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's like, I don't know, he's like him, Sharon Jones, and she passed away not too long ago as well.
She did?
Yeah, Sharon Jones.
Normally I am up on pop culture. I know everything. I did not realize
Well, these guys
that.
don't sit at the top of the pop culture thing.
Well,
They're like
I still
under
know.
the radar.
I know though, but I know
live
it
in
all
the soul world.
about pop culture.
Yeah. Now, Sharon Jones passed away. She might have passed away before Charles Bradley did.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's a real bummer. Another person I wanted to see that I never got to see.
I can remember.
Tom Petty.
I can remember whenever I was pregnant with Grayson, we listened to that album, The Dap Kings. I think your sister gave it to us. Sharon Jones. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we have the Dap Kings album. Yeah, she did give us that first Dap Kings album. They also gave us Sharon Jones and the Dap King Christmas album, which is also awesome. If you need a good Christmas album, that's a good one to get. Which made me talking about people that we didn't get to see. Do you want to play the concert game tonight that Little Toe and I usually do? You want to help with that tonight?
Who was your first concert?
Yeah. So
Okay.
This is just something for the Mood Kings to be thinking about.
All right.
After a little while, we're going to have you tell us the year of your first concert that you went to, like on your own, of your own accord, not one that like your parents took you to when you were 4 years old.
Gotcha.
The first concert that you were like, I want to go see this band.
Gotcha.
So if you can remember the year.
I do.
We want you guys to tell us the year, and then we're going to attempt to guess who that band was. Now, and when I also say that, pick the first concert of some band that we may have actually heard of.
Fair.
Not like some Lumberton garage band that you guys really dug when you were 13.
Us.
Yeah, exactly.
We were that garage band.
So just
I'll
be
give
thinking
you
about it.
mine.
We'll ask you later on. We'll both take a guess.
I'll give you mine as an example. I love the movie Mannequin. Do y'all remember that movie?
I do.
When I was little, and basically the entire soundtrack was the band Starship.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And so I heard on the radio, as you do when you're riding along in the car with your parents, I think I was about 7, 8, about the same age as our son, that they were coming to the Carowinds Palladium in Charlotte, and I begged my mom to take me. And she took me, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. When they sang "Built This City on Rock and Roll," I was standing on the foldable chair, just screaming at the top of my lungs. That's
what
the
everybody
moment.
does when that song plays. I mean, that's just the norm. So be thinking about that. Later on in the show, we'll go through and ask you guys your year, and we'll attempt to guess. I've only gotten one right ever. Little Toe's gotten one right ever. Jan, I don't think you've ever had the opportunity to play. This will be new territory. Watch, she might get 2 tonight, and she'll be in the lead. Yeah. All right, so we got the Mood Kings here in the studio with us. You guys ready to play another tune for us?
Oh, yeah, we'd love to.
Sure.
All right. What do we got coming up? What is it?
Called Texarkana.
Oh, that's fitting because somebody just wrote in. Sandra Valentine just wrote in and said, ask them which sister lived in Texarkana.
Yeah, that would be my sister Sandra there.
Oh, that's her.
Hey, Sandra.
That's her, yeah.
Giving herself her own plug, huh?
She is hijacked. She's hijacked.
Yeah. So my sister lived in Texarkana, and there was a period of time. There was a period of time when I thought that I needed to get out of Lumberton.
Sure.
And
so you went to Texarkana.
So I went to the big city of Texarkana to make it as a rock star. Well, along the way, before I took off that morning, Herman jumped in the car with me, and as a last, sort of ditch effort to save his musical career too. And we got on the road to Texarkana, and we went there to figure out how to be musicians full time. And the cool thing about the song is it's really not about Texarkana. It's really about how beautiful it is to be so young and stupid to not know
to think that you could make it go for a musical career in Texarkana.
You can do anything.
Wonderfully naive.
Sure.
So the song's beautiful in that sense. That we like this idea of man, we were just so ignorant, and we got on that road and we just had such big dreams, And it'd
Good
be
for
nice
y'all.
to have
man.
that as an
Sure.
adult, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Pack your bags, we leave tonight. Pull up stakes, the wells run dry. Take what's yours, leave the rest behind. Write a note and tell her you'll be fine. Tank is full and the moon is high. Get some sleep now, we'll drive all night. We're looking for salvation, crumbs of manna, somewhere on the road to Texarkana. Don't look back, it's not your fault. Where we're going, we'll be big stars. No one there to hurt you, cross my heart. Some will say we have lost our way, looking for what's ours on this highway. Funny how they miss you when you're away. But out here there's no time for nostalgia. We're fueled with hopes and dreams to Texarkana. Texarkana. Pack your bags, we leave tonight. Pull up stakes, the wells run dry. Nothing left here to leave behind. Hey, it's nickel night in Shreveport, Louisiana. We'll drown our dreams tonight in Texarkana. Be anywhere you wanna be. Be anything you wanna be. Be anyone you wanna be.
Yeah, all right. Texarkana. Now, would I have driven through there? Is that on 40? Is that off of 40?
I have no memory of that.
Oh.
It was the 80s when we did that.
I feel like I've driven through or driven past an exit for Texarkana. We used to live in Colorado, my wife and I, so we drove either 70 through the Midwest or 40 across the South.
If you take 40,
you go through Amarillo. Texarkana's.
Yeah, no, I don't think we drive through there. I think there's just like an exit or a sign.
I'm going to have to Google this.
Directs you in that.
There must be a sign, because I feel like that's the only reason why I would have ever heard that town existed, unless I had seen a sign on the interstate.
Well, it's called Texarkana because it's on the border.
It's on the border, right?
Yeah, and so the state line goes down the middle.
Well, you do go through Little Rock, I believe, on 40, don't you?
See, I'm going to look this up. When we're playing another song, I'm going to look it up.
Okay. Send us info.
Which right now, well, so before we play this next tune, tell me about the Mood Kings. Tell me about the name, the Mood Kings.
Well, this is probably one of my favorite stories to share, and people have asked us, where'd that name come from, and to kind of explain how we write songs, because we're so far apart. Like we said earlier, we're texting song ideas to each other. So it could be, here's a lyrics, or here's a little bit of music, and then something happened. I will let Herman, you tell the part.
Well, we've had a text. What is it? A group stream? A group text stream?
3 years old now.
Since 2015.
Ask Richard how much he loves a group text.
Frankie.
Sorry, Frankie.
Well, it's just us three, and it. Like 90% of it is really bad jokes and puns and horrible
and 80s
jokes.
References.
See, now this sounds like a group text that I would dig being on.
And like some crazy video that I found at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll send it to them. They're like, "What are you doing up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Right. And what is this?" So we were talking about songs and just the ideas that we had, and so
and we were struggling for names forever too.
Yeah, we couldn't come up with anything we liked. So I texted, "I've got some noodlings. I'm noodling on something." And autocorrect changed it to the Mood Kings. I've got Mood Kings. And I sent and I looked, I was like, that's not what I meant. So I corrected it. And then one of the guys chimed back, "Hey, man, that's kind of cool sounding." And I looked at it. And like within the day, someone had sent a logo that they came up with.
No kidding.
Like, "Hey, how about this?" And the next thing I know, this thing spiraled out of control. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm glad I like it.
Sure. Yeah, otherwise you guys would have been called the Noodlings.
Life of its own.
So you can
thank you,
thank
Apple
the,
iPhone.
I was going to say thank you, Steve Jobs. So you can thank autocorrect.
Autocorrect
really is, yeah.
It sounds like you guys can thank Apple for probably your whole band existing.
And it's funny, I had the wherewithal at the time, because I'm like the archivist of all things with our bands. I went back and took a screenshot. So I actually have the conversation of when we picked the band name from.
So is that in the liner notes of the album?
Oddly enough, when we did a pre-order campaign for the record, and big thank you to all of you who are listening that were part of that pre-order. We thank you a great deal for that. But that was one of the stories we told for all the people who participated in the pre-order, was where we got the name from, and we had the picture of the screenshot we took and everything. So that's kind of how we come up with the name.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
And since there's no band names left in the world hardly, it was I Googled it and it was like, okay, that
like original
exist.
movies. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Put a stamp on it.
Right. I mean, our first name was Little Toe and the Frankie.
And I Googled it.
Frankies, yeah. We trademarked that. Yeah,
I'm like, man,
that happens.
So we had to go with this.
It's so good.
Well, that is awesome, and that is a great story. We're going to do a quick patron spot here, and then we're going to play. I think our next request was from Joey, and we're going to play Jordan Middleton.
Yeah, man.
Here in just a minute. But first, we're going to thank all the folks that keep us on the air, and we're going to start with Andy Chadwick and Jason Cole, Twisted Oak, Unwind Bar and Eatery, and Broad Street Burger Company, home of Little Toe and Frankie Burger, culinary masterpiece, Angus patty, beefsteak tomato, white American cheese, shaved fried bologna, fried egg, hot sauce. There's probably more on there, but I think I've said everything you need to know about it.
I can do the Little Toe and Frankie, but you have to ask them to crisp the bologna.
I mean, it's one way to do it. Yeah.
That's how I like it.
Yeah, I understand. And that's the beauty of the burger, is that you can get your egg different ways. You can get your bologna different ways. Presley Maddox, attorney at law. He's a transaction attorney here right downtown. Most important thing to remember, if you need an attorney, make it Maddox. Zach Wyatt with Carolina Farm Trust and Carolina Jubilee. Carolina Farm Trust is a really great organization that helps and preserves local farmland here in our area. Carolina Jubilee is a really great music festival taking place up at Vanoy Family Campground September 28th and 29th. Little Toe and I will be there emceeing that event.
And
I'm
Zach
sure you'll be there as well.
Oh, of course. Zach is evidently at the Willie and Avett show tonight in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Which we probably would have been at if we didn't have the Mood Kings coming in the studio with us tonight. So, Brian Niblock with Graphics Galore, creating custom cool since 1998. He can wrap your car. He can design your logo for you. He's created everything in here. The dude's talented, so give him a call. He'll make a banner for you, whatever you want. Will Long Will Long's a fan of good times and all things pertaining to good times. He sponsors the show just because he digs on things that are fun, and we appreciate his patronage of the show. Risto's Place Food and Spirits just down the hill. Great food, great people. A lot of that food locally sourced. Live music every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Great open mic on Tuesday nights. Check him out. Arnold Watt with Wallace Communications Group. He's your business communications solutions provider, featuring voice from the cloud. Communications is the lifeblood of any business, so you got to make sure that's on point. Wine Maestro here in beautiful downtown Statesville, the largest craft beer and wine selection anywhere in the area. What? Millions of bottles of wine, thousands of bottles of beer. Go check them out.
That you're like one of those, like bunnies, the Energizer bunny. Like you're just going. Like all this is just coming from your brain.
It's a lot to get in, and we're running. So I want these guys to be able to play a lot. Crossroads Cycling Company right across the street. Exclusive Trek retailer here in downtown Statesville or in Statesville proper in general. Great bikes, kids' bikes, e-bikes, everything in between. They are right across the street from the station, so go over there and check those guys out. CNS Power Washing, Jacob Hill. He is he will handle just about any pressure washing need. He will wash your house. He'll wash your deck. He will soft wash your roof. He will what? Jacob, you got a quick plug. Got a quick plug. It's got to be quick.
All right. Yeah, we'll clean it all. Just give us a call.
Hey, man. And he rhymes. If you need the best, call CNS. That's what they do. Thank you to all our patrons. We appreciate you keeping us on the air. And now we're going to play Joey. This was your request, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you guys big Jordan Middleton, low-end fans?
Man, I can't brag enough on Jordan and the record he put together. I know he was here on the show recently.
Yeah.
They did a great job. I'm dear friends with his dad, Joe Middleton, and FYI, for those of you who can come to the Charlotte show at the Evening Muse on July the 15th, Joe's actually going to be the opener for us that day.
Oh, cool.
He's been kind enough to offer up sharing the stage with us that night. He's a wonderful songwriter, and obviously that happened, and it's in the blood because it was passed down to Jordan as well, and I'm a big fan of both of these guys.
I really dug those guys, and it was right after they were on the show that they went back down to Charlotte and won that
the Myrtle Beach Country Festival.
Yeah, and so they got to
event.
go to they won that thing in Charlotte, and therefore got to go play at that country music festival down at the beach.
It's a big month.
I remember this. I think I was on that night. Maybe I remember this.
Little Toe was here that night, but you were.
Okay.
I think you were here.
Okay, and this
Jordan,
is
kind of big guy, big beard.
Yeah.
They sounded great.
Yeah, no, they
Great
sounded
record.
awesome.
Recommend it to everyone.
Yeah, they sounded great.
Support local music.
And then they got to go play this festival down at Myrtle Beach with a lot of other big name, a lot of big name acts and stuff. So it was a great opportunity for those guys. And in fact, during that competition in Charlotte, they played against another band that we just had on that are also great, 9-day trip. We're playing at that event down in Charlotte as well. So we only get good music through here on the Little Toe Frankie Show.
Well, I think the Charlotte music scene, I guess you guys could consider yourself part of that scene.
Well, we call it Charlotte home just because that's
they
where
are now.
a lot of the opportunities.
I
for
follow
us
a
to
lot
share
of
are.
the bands that are based out of Charlotte or Charlotte scene or whatever on Twitter, and also a lot of the kind of promoters that do the stuff for Evening Muse and Neighborhood Theater and so on. And it is crazy. Like, I mean, Frankie and I could go every weekend if we didn't have kids to hold us back and just see show after show.
Show after show.
Yeah.
All through
we
the
had
week.
no kids and a driver.
No kids. And a driver. At least one to drive back.
And an endless supply of cash for food and
for
beer.
all the Ubers.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to play. This is a Jordan Middleton tune, and I love the story that he told about this, and I can't really fully remember it, but it was a funny story. But this is Jordan Middleton and the Low End. This is Run.
All the best lines, years of practice on our goddamn lines.
Toe Frankie Show. We are back. That was Jordan Middleton and the Low End, a great Waxhaw Charlotte band. Go check those guys out. Next up, we got this was Herman's request, and he also promised that he would translate if necessary. This is the Gypsy Kings. You want to talk about this song at all, Herm?
Oh, man. I mean, this is like clear the furniture in your living room and just boogie, man. Just get down. Even if you don't understand what they're saying, this is just such a high-energy, wild song.
I feel like I first heard this tune in a movie, but I can't think about what movie it is.
I can't either, but it's been popular.
I'm going to Google that, too. I Google where if Texarkana's along 40.
Movie. For some reason, I think of an animated movie.
I think it's been in several movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've heard it.
I don't know. We're about to find out thanks to the interweb. Well, anyway, this is the Gypsy Kings. This is Bamboleo. Yeah, Little Toe Frankie Show. We are back. That's the Gypsy Kings, Bamboleo. During the break, we talked about all the different movies that song has been in, and it's been in a lot. Potentially most recently, Sing, which at least those of us with young children have seen numerous times.
Cute movie.
But also in The Big Lebowski, which we also learned that some of us here in the room have not seen, which is it's almost like a crime against God. I think.
Yeah. It's a cult classic.
But a great tune nonetheless, and we also think potentially the first time that a song in Spanish has been played here on the radio.
Breaking records.
First time for everything, and we love doing that. We got the Mood Kings here in the studio with us tonight. from all kind of. They got North Carolina covered.
We got it triangulated.
Yeah, they got it. And Statesville were here right in the middle. That's right. Sort of. Not really. Not for Herman, unfortunately.
It's okay.
But we're glad to have you guys here. And tell us again real quick. You got a couple private shows coming up, and then the Charlotte show at the Muse is July 15th?
July 15th. That's a Sunday with Joe Middleton as our opening performer. Thank you, Joe, for volunteering to do that.
Yeah, and Joe's watching on Facebook Live.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
And the other part of that,
with that gun in your hand?
Another part of that show we want to make sure everyone is aware of is we are doing fundraising as part of that show. So we partnered with the National MS Society, and through my own personal story, my sister was diagnosed with MS a few years ago, and I've created a relationship with those guys at the MS Society last year. So they've been so kind. They're partnering with us. So a portion of the ticket sales for the Evening Muse show on July 15th, portion of those ticket sales will be going to the MS Society, and they will actually be at the show that night when we present the check and talk to them.
Awesome.
And so everyone can see what their contribution was. You're not only supporting local music, you're supporting a great cause that to me personally means a great deal. So we got some really exciting stuff planned for that show for you guys.
Awesome. Very cool, man. Excellent. And how much are tickets for that show?
Tickets are $10.
Okay, and that's not a really big venue. Can you buy tickets online?
Yes, you can go to ticketfly.com. You can also head over to Evening Muse, but they're all going to send you to Ticketfly. So the easiest way to get tickets, you can go to moodkings.com and go to shows, and there'll be a button there to send you over there.
And buy the album while you're there?
And buy as many copies as you want. Right. And we did get
what
the store
a great
open.
Christmas gift the album would make.
Right now, so plan early.
Christmas in July.
We got
Get your pick.
Buy yourself a pick.
We got some pretty neat little merchandise out there. We'd love for you guys to go take a look at, because it's basically been the feedback from you guys, the shirts and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of excited the response we've gotten for those. But those are all out there on the website as well. And the buttons you need to click to head out to get tickets to the Evening Muse.
And you did say that it's an all-ages show.
It is an all-ages show. And for those of you who go, why would I go out on a Sunday night? It's only from 7:30 to 9:30. You're in, you're out, you're having a good time, and I can't think of a better way to spend a Sunday night.
Hey, man, what else you got to do? Right?
That's right. What else you got to do on a Sunday night?
What else you got to do on a Sunday night? Well, and based on the crowd we're getting on Facebook Live, I have a feeling. That's why I wanted to see about people buying tickets early, because I have a feeling that it might sell out.
That if Shane has her way, it'll be sold out in 2 weeks.
If Shane has her way, it'll be sold out tomorrow.
That's right.
She's good at what she does.
She is good. Thank you, Shane.
So you guys are up again. What do you got coming up for us here?
This next song is called Ebb and Flow, and just to give you a little sense of what it's about, it's just that simple. We talk a lot observationally about life, and life has its ups and downs, and we've all gone through it. And I hope this song sort of captures what that feels like to have the weight of the world on you, but there's hope at the end, and you'll come out on the other side. And as long as we're there for each other, we can do it.
All right, here we go, the Mood Kings.
Coffee table with dreams and fairy tales. The pages turn, but I never look. Faded words and pencil marks, a list of all the things I failed to start. Shadows lengthening on the walls don't worry me at all. Reaping what's been
as the world spins mighty on, I crumble and recover when I see a brand new dawn. For a moment, then it's over. For a moment, time stands still. I crumble and recover. And afloat, I fear, I feel.
The Mood Kings. Man, that was awesome. Every song you guys have is great.
Dude, thank you so much. And again, thanks to everyone that's helped us get to this point to get this record out.
You guys should probably also thank Al Gore for the internet.
Yes, really. Because the internet helped write this out.
Al Gore?
I mean, a lot of people credit Al Gore with making the internet happen.
I've never heard that.
What, really?
What is wrong with me? I'm like losing in pop culture references.
This is a long time
tonight.
ago. This isn't a new thing.
Well, I'm also old. I should.
The interweb has been around since I was in high school.
I am older than you.
Yeah, but only by a year. But I can remember that's how I would get on the internet. Look at inappropriate things that I didn't think my parents would know that I was looking at, and they
Did you have like an IM account where you would IM people?
No, I didn't. No, that kind of thing I don't think really existed much until I was in college.
So did you IM people? That's like the early version of text.
Not really. I was busy studying.
No, you weren't.
Parks and recreation type stuff. All right, we got a lot that we're going to try to get through here in the next 20 minutes. So, Mark, if you're okay with it, I'm going to skip the Jamestown Revival song because I promised you we were not going to skip the Crash Test Dummies tune.
That's right.
Josh, can we make that happen? Let's move Crash Test Dummies up. Jen, are you familiar with this song?
Yes.
And what's it called? So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but Mark, is there a reason why you picked this song? And make sure to talk into the microphone there. Pull it towards you there.
I definitely I've always liked the song. I liked it from the day that they released it. It's just an odd song, an odd band. The rest of the album's really odd, and
Can you say odd again, please?
Odd, and I've been trying to get these guys for at least the past 3 years to do a cover of this song. We want to figure out some way to make this a deeply disturbing and dark cover, and I think we're going to work on that some. So
that doesn't sound like it would be hard to make this song disturbing.
It's kind of already there. Right. And so, just in general, I every time it comes on the radio, it's one of the songs I don't turn off. I always listen to. It's just a great song. Yeah.
All right, well, if you haven't heard it, folks, get ready. This is Crash Test Dummies with. All right, Little Toe Frankie Show. We are back. That was the Crash Test Dummies. You're welcome, if that's the first time you've ever gotten to hear that tune.
This was Josh's first time.
I know, and it's a great tune. Thank you, Mark, for that great request. I listened to it at this afternoon and was kind of like, man, I can't believe I really dig that song because it is beautifully weird, which I think is kind of a cool thing. This next request is from Joey Sunvolt.
Yes.
We love Sunvolt, my wife and I. They just recently were touring through the area. I think last year maybe was the 20th anniversary of this album, Trace.
So, anybody who's ever heard me on Little Toe and Frankie, I'm huge into alt country, and when I was in college, end of high school, early college, late 90s, this is like a big part of my life, talking about memories and just sculpting your musical sort of portfolio. This is tremendous for me, and I can remember when Uncle Tupelo split, and it was heartbreaking because I equally loved Tweety and Jay Farrar, and I could never choose, and still to this day I'll never make a choice.
Oh, I definitely went the Sunvolt route.
Oh, I can't choose.
Yep.
I've seen them both bands, Wilco and Sunvolt, many times, and their
Coolest
albums.
thing Jeff Tweedy ever did was go on Parks and Rec.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, just saying.
That's because Ron Swanson's character, Nick Offerman's character, Ron Swanson, the actor, the legit human being, is a big Wilco
Really?
fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Nick
yeah.
Offerman is?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
that's
is.
cool.
He is. Anyway, so good choice.
Thank you. And what's funny, I only recently got on the Sunvolt
what
train. Because we were discovering Isbell and Stapleton and that whole scene, and we were in the studio, and thanks to Chris for this, he's like, and he's like, and of course you love Sunvolt, and I was like, who? He was like, dude, what is wrong with you?
So are you familiar then with the history of all this?
No, I hadn't even heard the name before, and I don't know how I missed that, but I totally missed it. And he said, go get Trace right now. Go home, listen to it. And I popped the record on. I was blown
I discovered this album in college, and I wore it out, man. I probably listened to it, every day for 6 months. I mean, it's a great album.
But are you familiar with the history of Uncle Tupelo and all that?
And we'll talk about that in a little while, but we only got about 15 minutes left to try to squeeze in as much music as we can.
More after.
Yeah. So my wife is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this area, so she's worth talking to. But we're going to save it right now. This is Windfall, Sunvolt. Here we go. Little Toe and Frankie Show. We are back. That was Sunvolt, Windfall. Great tune from a great album. If you're not familiar, go buy it. It was a big part of my college career.
Me too.
So, yeah, go check it out. We're going to try to squeeze a lot of stuff into the next 10 to 15 minutes. And we're going to start right now with the Mood Kings, who have come to us from Boone, Charlotte, Lumberton, and everywhere in between. And they got a show coming up on July 15th at the Evening Muse down in Charlotte.
Yes.
Tickets are on sale now. You can get them at the Mood Kings. There's a link there from themoodkings.com.
Correct.
And you can buy the album when you're there. The new album that just came out this Friday, which is called
The Wonder
of It All. And there's other merch. They got cool merch. They got pics. They got, I'm sure, T-shirts.
Shirts, yes, posters.
Do you
all
have
that
tank
kind of stuff.
tops? Frankie
We're
loves,
working on that.
Frankie loves a tank top.
Because my wife, wagged her finger at me and she said we need lady shirts. So we're working on that.
Dudes can wear tank tops too. Tell your wife that.
Come on.
I love a tank top, man.
The moment that it gets above 75 degrees, he comes home and goes,
"Oh, so
what?
I need."
It's tank top weather.
Yeah. I was never a big tank top guy until my 8-year-old started wearing them, and then I was like,
both.
"Gosh, he looks so comfortable." And so then I got a bunch of tank tops.
Yeah, well, my wife was right. We got to have some lady shirts too. So we're working on that.
All right, I can wear a ladies tank
There
top
you
too.
go.
I'm not above
We got a
doing
nice
that.
pink one for you.
I'm not above doing that. I have pink shirts. All right, what do you guys got coming up for us right now?
Up next, Erm.
I'll let Mark introduce this. This is called This American Life. Is
All right,
the
well,
name of the
turn the microphone towards Mark because he's.
Yeah, so this is a song off the album, and it just had me thinking about sort of stories that I saw people playing out on Facebook, or friends and people that I didn't know, and how they were struggling just to make it through a day, and but at the same time, resilience at the end of the day, and trying to how families kind of pull together, make it work, despite all of the challenges that might be going on. And that's kind of a theme through a lot of our songs is we're really inspired by people that have all these challenges but didn't find the hope and the strength to kind of push through that. So this is a song about that. It's just a song about the small town too. So.
All right, here we go. The Mood Kings.
Well, I never thought it would come to this. The house, the wife, and 2 small kids. When you're young and dream of a better life, you count the time, but not the price. She says, I'm gonna go back and get my degree. 'Cause this type of life, well, it ain't for me. They said I could be anything I wanna be, but this American life gonna ruin me. Trying to make our way, but it don't feel right. Pushing, pulling through this American life. Pushing, pulling through this American life. I finally got a chance to follow my dreams. A little body shop down on 5th and Green. It lasted 6 months, then I closed the doors. Guess no one's got money for that anymore. Got a part-time job on the production line. I threw my back out near quitting time. Got a handful of Oxy 5, 325, numbing my way through this American life. Why does living always feel like a fight? Pushing, pulling through this American life. Pushing, pulling through this American life. So sign your name on
trying to survive this American life.
Yeah. Man, great tune.
Thank you.
The Mood Kings. Noodling.
Noodling. The Noodlings.
The Noodlings.
The Noodlings. Well, that was awesome. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
Beautiful song.
Thank you, Frankie.
We're going to try to squeeze just a couple more things in here. Before we end, I'm going to talk quickly about what we got coming up. Starting tomorrow. Can you hand me that updated list there, sweetie? Let's see. Tickets are still on sale for Tina and Her Pony at the Art Arts Council at the Old Jail. That's next Friday, June 29th. Music starts at 7:30 with opening act Dennis Brinson. That's the first in WAME's summer series presented by Piedmont Healthcare and Preservation Statesville. Tickets are $15. You can get them at Eventbrite. Theater Statesville and the historic Sharp House present A Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare in the Pasture. That's Thursday, June 21st through the 23rd and the 28th through the 30th at the Pasture behind the Sharp House. Tickets are $10. Let's see. Thursday the 21st, Drive at 5, International Make Music Day. Peculiars are going to be here 4 to 6, and then they're also playing at Delaney's that night, right? Is that right? Maybe I haven't gotten that far yet. Art Arts Council fundraiser with Johnny Vergara and the Caribbean Roots Project at the Old Jail on South Center Street, 203 South Center Street. All ticket sales will go towards the Art Arts Council's nonprofit mission to promote the arts in our community. So go check that out. Tickets are $30. That includes one drink, or $50 for two people. Peculiars at Delaney's at 8. Barry and Friends at Risto's Place at 8. Trivia Night at Unwind at 7. Open mic night at Hobos with Tanya Wood starting at 7. Friday, Daryl Harwood back for Piedmont Healthcare Friday after 5. That's a free summer concert series, 5:30 to 8:30. Bryce and Cody are in the studio kicking off Friday after 5, or Drive at 5. Sorry. There's a lot to read here. 4 to 6. Broad pickups at Delaney's that night at 8.
Get it together.
Cold Bait live beer at Risto's Place starting at 8:30. Wendy Wooten's going to be at Unwind, and Matt Walsh and the Movers are going to be at Broad Street Burger Company at 7:30, and they'll have some $4 pours that night as well. I've heard that from Mikey tonight. Saturday, the Horsemen are going to be at Delaney's at 8. Those guys haven't played together in a while, so that'll be great to see. Matson Adams will be at Wine Maestro from 4 to 6:45. He's there every Saturday all summer, provided by Hawkins Real Estate Services. Matson is an amazing guitar player, so everybody should go check him out. Tanya Wood will be at Broad Street Burger Company at 7:30. So, more good music than you could shake a stick at.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever,
this is Statesville, North Carolina.
Whatever that means.
That's pretty awesome.
You shouldn't say that like people should be surprised.
Well,
because it is.
Okay,
You should be
so
like, this is Statesville. What?
When we moved back here from Colorado almost a decade ago, you couldn't walk downtown and hear one
There
live
wasn't much going on.
tune.
Yeah.
Within a decade, it's all changed. It's amazing.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, Tony Briseño's even outside there. I mean, that's when you know you've made it, when Tony came out to see it. No, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. It's a beautiful thing. Lots of great musicians in the area, and I'm thankful to live here.
Me
We're going to
too.
squeeze in 2 more tunes.
Okay.
We're going to go just a second over. So we've got Mike here in with us, and we're going to play a tune from Mike's band. Mm-hmm. Mike, you're not near a microphone, so you can't talk about it. Oh, you are near a microphone.
That? Yeah, I have
perfect.
This one.
Mike, tell us about your band real quick. Tell us what they're called.
So my band, Matt Minshew and the Highbinders, we are based out of Charlotte as well, and we're kind of like a alt country rock type music.
Cool.
Yeah, and we just came out with our first album as a band in April, and
congrats! That's
great
awesome.
record.
Thank you. Yeah, and we're super excited about it. We put in a lot of hard work, and our situation is the complete opposite. We kind of formed as a band and wrote and recorded the whole thing within a year. So
overachiever.
Overachiever. We don't do it the right way.
So what's this tune called, Matt?
This is Moultrie.
All right, Moultrie. And we'll see if it's any good, and maybe we'll have you on the show next time.
Do it. Do it.
This is an audition.
All right, here we go.
No, pecan tree. Gonna wash him away with a bottle of beans. Daddy ride shotgun at the wheel. Headlights shining out on the field. Gonna home beneath the pecan tree. Gonna wash him away with a bottle of beans. Daddy ride shotgun at the wheel. Headlights shining out on the field. Gonna home beneath the pecan tree. Gonna wash him away with a bottle of beans. Daddy ride shotgun at the wheel. Headlights shining out on the field. Gonna home beneath the pecan tree. Gonna wash him away, wash him away, wash him away. 'Cause I ain't coming back down to Moultrie now where my father sleeps all day. No, I ain't coming back down to Moultrie now. There's so much I just can't say. No, I ain't coming back. Oh, I ain't coming back. Oh, I ain't coming back. Oh, I ain't coming back.
All right, Little Toe Frankie Show. We are back. That was Matt Minshew and the Highbinders. That's a great tune called, what was it called again? Moultrie. So check those guys out.
Yeah.
Charlotte area band.
They're looking for a guitar player, man. Just, you know.
There you go. There you
I'll
go.
tell Matt.
Mike, who's been in here tonight with
We
these
like to
guys,
share.
is great, and he's in that band. So big thank you to Mark, Herman, and Joey for making the trip down.
Thanks
for having
The
us.
Mood Kings, check them out. Website, moodkings.com.
Yep. Facebook.
You can buy the album
Instagram,
anywhere.
Everything. Yes.
And it just came out on Friday. You can also check them out in Charlotte on July 15th at the Evening Muse. Tickets are on sale now.
On sale
And
now.
get them because I'm calling it. I think it's going to sell out.
Dude, there it is. Put a stamp on it.
Yeah,
awesome.
it's going to sell out. And so we're going to let you guys close it out for us. God, we're going to do it real quick. You got the year? You got the year of the concert?
1985.
And tell me the city.
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Ooh.
Tough one, right?
85 in Fayetteville.
Yes.
Springsteen.
No.
Wow,
Think
that
of
would've been
all
a
right.
good
Here's
one.
your clue. Think about our roots of what kind of music we were listening to and played when we were young. I said at the beginning. See if you're paying attention.
The Bangles.
Yes. How did you know?
Who was it for real?
Kiss.
Oh, all right. All right, Herman.
1983.
Oh, man, same thing. So what's the city?
Yeah, Fayetteville. Same.
We were from Lumberton.
But
You had to go to Fayetteville to see
give you
shows.
a clue, you played a song tonight that was a cover of a band, and the lead singer of that band was who I saw.
Ozzy Osbourne.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. I won't count that towards my record because that was a really good hint. But all right. And?
Yeah, 1985. Guess where? Fayetteville.
No kidding. Was it Kiss?
No.
Oh. Different concert, huh? Bon Jovi.
Culture Club. Bon Jovi opened, but the headliner was Rat.
No kidding. I'm going to call that away because I guess Bon Jovi. And Mike?
And then 2002 in Camden.
Camden where?
New Jersey.
Camden, New Jersey.
Wow.
Big stadium?
Yeah.
Bruce.
I was going to say, is the boss?
Yeah.
No.
Who was it?
It was Leonard Skinner.
Oh, no kidding. Weird. Yeah, that's like a trick question there. All right, well, thank you so much, Mood Kings. You guys have been amazing. I encourage everyone who's listening to go and check these guys out. Certainly online, and if not, at the Evening Muse down in Charlotte here in a couple weeks. What are you guys going to close it out with us here for?
This is a song called Last Wishes. It's a song about death and dying.
Oh, well, that's a great one to end the night on.
We don't have enough of these songs, but it's a positive song, believe it or not, and it is the character in this song. It is his or her last wishes.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When I die, don't put me in the ground. Don't hide my bones where they won't be found. Don't put me in a hole where there ain't no sound. When I die, don't put me in the ground. When I die, I hope that you know my eyes were tearful, I loved you so. Will I miss you? Oh,
die, I hope that you know. Don't fear no man, don't fear no death. It's a one-way plan, my final rest, my final rest. Oh, when I die, would you do this for me? Don't sit around and mope, don't hang from a tree. Call the boys up and have a round on me. When I die, would you do this for me? When I die, don't let the devil know. Been looking for me, both high and low. Tell him I skipped town and had somewhere to go. When I die, don't you let that devil know. You better not go. Walk to the light. Don't fear no death. Sleep good tonight. My final breath. My final breath. When I die, don't forget about me. Don't let me fade into a memory. When you make supper, set a place out for me. Oh, when I die, don't forget about me. Walk to the light, don't fear no death. May love be my final breath. Walk to the light with no regrets. May love be my final breath. My final breath. When I die, oh, I'll be free of all this worry, pain, and misery. Don't know what I'll see, but I know it's for me. When I die, oh, I'll be free. Be free. Oh, I'll be free.
Little Toe and Frankie, playing the tunes, off of Broad Street with a mic, a couple of brews. Little Toe and Frankie, playing the tunes, 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. Where are you? Where are you? All the people are outside. It's 92.9. Little Toe and Frankie, playing the tunes.
Sweet Summer Lovin' on 550 and 92.9 WAME, Statesville.